Hey guys, today a video because some people asked in the comments in the last few weeks about the add-ons that I use. I want to go through it alphabetical, so letter by letter what add-ons I use. I will explain why I use them, what they do. If I can, for sure I show it kind of quick what they are doing. But that's it. To be honest, I think I don't use any special add-ons. I think I really use very common add-ons that everybody should use if you see a use on it. Some of them maybe you don't use because they are for kind of a special thing. But if you are interested on this special thing, for example, finding rare mobs, then I think it's the best solution to use this add-on. That I will show you. I'm on my way to the UBRS, to the Upper Blackrock Spire, to go for the Fellstriker with this character. And during that way, we will talk now about the add-ons. Like I said, I will make it alphabetical, so let us start with the add-ons that I use. You see here my add-on list, and we start with Atlas Loot Classic. I mean, Atlas Loot Classic, it's just a super classic. I mean, you know it. It's the add-on where you can see what can drop on the bosses that you defeat. For example, Kel'Thuzad, 25-man raid, Naxxramas, Sinister Strike. You can also look at them with a shift. You can compare these things with the items that I wear. You see, I just wear now X's because I leveled them. But yeah, that's what is Atlas Loot Classic doing. Pretty standard add-on. I think it has maybe one of the most download numbers from all, so very standard and you should use it. Next one in the list is Auctionator. Auctionator is giving you the chance to use the auction house a little bit better. Just let us go back. Why not? Why not going quick back and I show you what Auctionator is doing. I don't like the auction house in WoW Classic, so that's why I use Auctionator. There are other auction house add-ons that you can use. Some of them are very complex. Some of them are kind of the same like Auctionator. Why I use Auctionator? Because it makes everything just more easy. It makes selling more easy, it makes shopping more easy, and yeah, that's very important for me. You cannot get tricked anymore by, you know, these fake prices for, I don't know, some items when you usually can buy it for 20 gold and then you buy it accidentally for 2000 gold. Thanks God it never happened to me, but with this add-on it cannot happen. And as you can see, this is how the auction house is looking for me. Like here you have this different kind of things here. If, for example, selling, if you now want to sell this, you just click on it, you get an estimated, you get a price that is already in the auction house, and then usually it's 1 copper less that the add-on is trying to sell it to. It's when you have things with stacks. For example here, it shows you directly 4 stacks of 20, the other 12 you could then put it single-wise or another stack of 12, and it also gives you here a total price already that you could get when you put it on and you just click on post. Shopping is also kind of very easy. Just let us here go for something like Potion of Speed. You see them, there are a lot of available. It's the question mark, you click on it, and then you can see 3 stacks of 20. You would click on it, you see the stack price, you click on buy, you can chain buy. Usually I have it on so that you can continue if you want to buy more. In that case we just buy this 20 and then we go out and we have them in the post, in the mail. Okay, let us continue with the next add-on. Next add-on, Bagnon item level. Not a big thing, I will talk later on about Bagnon. Bagnon item level is just showing the item level on the items in the bags. Bartender 4, I guess that's a big topic because usually people like to customize the UI. I think Bartender is a very old school solution. I like this old school solution because of various reasons. First of all, because I'm used to it. Second of all, because I don't need that super fancy stuff that some other UI add-ons can give you. For example, Elf UI or stuff like this. I just use Bartender to be able to yeah, let me say, move the bars around and customize them a little bit. If you see it here, it's here. You can also use it for keybinds, definitely. And if you unlock it here, then you see all the bars that I have right now available. As you can see here, bar here, everything is at the end of the day a bar. You can hide these bars, you can make them visible, you can make them part visible and stuff like this. So if you see this is like nearly not visible just because when I hover it. Why? Because it's my keybinds. I don't need to see them anymore. I see no reason to have them visible. They are a little bit visible. Why? Because I don't play rogue for a very long time. That means from time to time I change a keybind, especially when I maybe change something on my talents, and then I need to see them a little bit to be. At the end, I'm a visual player, so that's why I need it. And what is also nice, you can put things to the side where you don't use very often or where you have it on keybind. And you can also make like special bars, like here, for example, what I have here. Here I have my consumables and grenades. And here I have some, let me say, special things. The clothes. Usually when I have the PvP trinket, I have it here. The tricks of the trade for the tank I have here, for example. So it's also very nice that you can customize a little bit. You could make the things even more small, more centralized, more small. You can make it more big. You can move it to the side. You can make it visible, invisible, whatever you like. That's what it's very nice about Bartender, and it's super easy to use. That's here you can see the scale, how many buttons on that bar and stuff like this. That's what I like about Bartender. It's super easy to use, and for me that gives me the customization that I need. Some people need more. Okay, go for something more complicated or with more options. That's definitely not bad if you need it, if you want it. Or even stick with the standard UI from Blizzard. It's definitely not bad. I just use Bartender because it's all-time thing what I use. I'm very used to it. I can use it very fast, so it's just a nice add-on for me. I guess that's a big topic, that's why I talked a little bit more about it. Now let's come to the next details. Damage meter, everybody should have it who is raiding. If you just level a character and make some achievements, it's always depending on how you play WoW, then you don't need it. I mean, you only need it if you matter, if you care about how much damage you do. You can also have here, I will show it to you in a second. I will just start to fly. You can also here see healing done, interrupts, and in the case of raiding, also tiny threats. That is a threat meter. Can also be very important. Usually these days, not anymore. In classic vanilla and TPC was a little bit more important. I have the feeling that in Wrath it starts where the tanks have no aggro problems anymore, besides maybe in the first 2 seconds of a fight. After this, usually no problem anymore. Interrupts is nice to see on fights like Kel-Tusat or whatever. And healing done is just for seeing the heal, but at the end of the day, most people call it damage meter because that's what's showing how much damage people are doing. Very important to have it if you are raiding. Let us go ahead. Gathermate and Gathermate 2, sorry. Yeah, it's a very nice add-on if you are going for herbalism and mining. Then you have usually nodes on the card. I don't have them right now because I have kind of deactivated it, because I don't have it on this character anymore, herbalism or mining. So that's usually takes a lot of space on the map, because everywhere on the map you have these little nodes if there is a herb or mine. Usually it doesn't mean it's active, but it shows you a very nice path that you can usually run then. So very good add-on if you have herbalism or mining, and especially good if this character is especially made for herbing and mineralism, that you only use this on that character. GTFO just signals you that you stand in something that is maybe killing you, making damage, gives you like an alarm sign, makes a sound, and then you can go out. DBM is also doing something like this, but I think it's an additional thing that helps. I have it installed. Is it necessary? No. Does it help a little bit? Yes, definitely. Leatrix Plus is a little bit of kind of everything. when you click on it, you can see what it's doing. Automate quests, sell junk automatically, repair automatically. You have your other things, release in PvP, accept resurrection directly, accept summon directly if you get summoned. You have chat options, you have interface options. I usually use it mostly for these little things here. You can also zoom more out if you have Leatrix Plus installed. So usually you can zoom more out than the normal UI allows you to zoom out from your character and stuff like this. So it's just overall a nice add-on that you can use for various things that usually needs maybe an extra click. And with something like this here, you can save the extra click that is not necessary, like for example selling junk automatically or repair automatically, what is just very helpful at the end of the day. Next one on the list is Mapster. What is Mapster? Is a map add-on. What does it do? It does this. Usually, you know, you have all the screen full with a map. What I have here is this. I can change it. It's a very nice add-on. I like it because usually I like to see a little bit where I'm running. For example, when you herb or mining and you just run around on the map, then you maybe need to see a little bit something, but you also want to see where you go, what's going on. And for this, it's just very good. You can move it around. You can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you want. And yeah, just very helpful. A very nice add-on to a quality of life improvement, I would say. Nova world buffs, just very short. It's an old add-on. I only use it to know on which layer I am. It shows you here when you hover over it on the minimap on which layer you are. What is important for? I used it for camping Time Lost Prototype, which I did not get it so far, but I'm not hunting for it anymore. But so definitely you don't need it if you don't care about layers at all. For me, it's a layer add-on. World buffs, you know, are kind of deactivated, so they are not. Don't have any more improvement. Plater, that's the nameplate add-on that I use. I will show it to you very quick here. There's a spider, that's enough. You see, right now you see nothing, and when I come kind of close to it, then you see here a little bit, then you see this nameplate here. You also see when I put things on it, for example here, is a nice debuff done. And stuff like this. So it just helps you to visualize the nameplates a little bit better. The standard nameplates from Blizzard, they are definitely fine. They are working good. This is no problem to use them. But I just think these ones are a little bit better. They give you more visibility about it. They also are very nice, synchronized with your cooldowns, with your actions that you're doing on the enemies, and it's just helpful to show you some things. There are player profiles that you can download from Waco.io, where you also get the Weakauras, or you can just set it up however you like it. I mean, the standard is definitely already, in my opinion, completely fine. I changed some things a little bit, but the standard player profile when you just install it is definitely helping already. So okay. Prat, I think Prat is doing something like this here, coloring the names so that you see directly which class it is. It also puts a level in front, if I'm not wrong. Not sure if it does anything else. That's what I used it for, to be honest, or what I use it for. Then we come to Questie. I mean, Questie, okay, on a level 80 char, maybe not that important anymore. But besides that, you would have here a nice quest list, and usually it also helps you to visualize quests here on the map, like with these things. In RAF, it's not that good working, but it's definitely very, very good working if you level a character from 0 to 60 or from 60 to 70. But after this, in Northrend, I think the add-on is not that good anymore. I think some people told me they improved it now, but I don't know, because at the moment I started to level in Northrend the next character, so I will see if this is true. But when I leveled my first character in Northrend, this one here, then I had some problems with that the things were not well placed on the map, and sometimes it costed me even more time than it would have done if it was just a help. Another nice add-on for this is Rested XP. I also have a link for it in the description of the video. But let me say, Questie is the free version, super easy to use. Rested XP is a little bit more professional solution that is also working very, very good from 70 to 80. Next add-on, we coming to RC Lootcouncil. Only interesting if you're raiding, and only interesting if your guild use Lootcouncil. The leader or the leaders or the Lootcouncil can pop up some items into your window, and you can just click like, is it your biz? Is it just a little upgrade? Or if you pass, and then they see, okay, these 4 persons need this item, and then the Lootcouncil is usually deciding which person is getting it, or maybe they say like, okay, these 2 persons roll the dice. That's what it's for. If you don't raid, if your raid guild is not using RC Lootcouncil, you definitely don't need it. SilverDragon, these 3 things together is for finding rare mobs on the map. If you are running around and a rare mob is coming into your screen and the system is realizing it, then you get a message. I think I can show the message super quick. But like I said, it's only good if you are hunting for rares. If not, then there is 0 reason to use this. To use it, let me see. Is it not possible to show? You can also make settings that you only want to get alarmed for whatever is possible, and if not, yeah, but like I said, it's only for rare mobs. Sorry, I don't find how I can show you the alarm. Why? Who cares? Only good if you are hunting for rare mobs. Awesome add-on. You need it, definitely. If not, then there's no need for this add-on. I think I can deinstall it because I'm not going for it anymore, but at the moment I still have it. Yeah. TacoTip, very fun. It's the gear score. Add-on. I cannot really see my gear score by myself. Yeah, I can see it if I have a very low gear score at the moment. Let me see what is possible when I have my weapons on. Around 4,770. Okay, this is how you can see, it's the add-on how you can see the gear score of other people. It's a pretty good one. I mean, some people dislike this gear score thing. I think it's a good indicator for some actions. I mean, how you want to know if people are good or not. Usually you can look in the logs, or you can look for gear score, because at the gear score you can definitely see if a person is putting effort into his character. You cannot see if it's an awesome player or something like this, but sometimes you just think like, hey, okay, sorry, but the minimum for this Naxxrama's 10-man raid is a gear score of 3,700. Why? Because you don't want that persons are coming fresh 80, just green items, and then they go there and are like they get like every item because they need everything, and they help 0, they make no damage, because it doesn't matter how good you are as a player, with completely green items you cannot do a good job. I mean, that's for sure. And I think you also should see that a person is putting effort in his character. Nobody needs 4,300, 4,200 to play Naxxrama's, also not 4,100, don't get me wrong, but a little bit of effort putting in the character. I think it's definitely nice that you can prove it with the gear score. That's what TacoTip is doing. Vendorprice shows you the vendor price on items, like you can see it here. Vendor auction price. Auction is updated if you go into with the Auctionator app to the auction house, and there is a button that you can press to update the prices from the auction house, and the other thing is the vendor price. Next thing, Weakauras, another big topic in my opinion. After Bartender, or let me say together with Bartender, my favorite add-on. I would say everybody's using it. Do you see what you see here is is for example a Weakaura. It shows you like this is my real UI that I really use. Like I said, I don't need to look anymore on my abilities because I play my character kind of every day, so I don't need to look at my abilities anymore really. What I need to do is knowing cooldowns on when other things are getting up or when things are expired. That is important for me. And this is what Weakaura can do. And Weakaura can do a lot of other things. This is a class Weakaura that you can see here for Rogue. But Weakaura can do a lot of different things. Here is something that shows you when I put a one poison on something or a gouge or whatever, there's running here a cooldown. Here, for example, the two things that you can see here is this is the PvP trinket cooldown. This is my racial cooldown that you can see here, for example. I have here, if you maybe already see it, this is the mouse cursor thing. I would not say that you need it, but for example, if I go into the fight with something, then I have this little pink circle around my. I choose pink because it's usually it's good for the background. You can see that I have here this circle around me, around my mouse cursor. That means in crazy fights sometimes you lose a little bit of control over your mouse cursor maybe, and that's always showing me where my mouse cursor is. It's a very good thing in my opinion. So there's a lot of things that you can do with Weakaura. In my opinion, I think you can do everything with Weakaura if you know how to do it. If not know how to do it, you can go to WAG. How is it called? WHEO.io. And there you can find Weakauras created already from other people that have knowledge about how to use it. For example, also here this combo point thing that you can see here. I mean, now you see not that I have combo points, but yeah, usually you know there's super small combo points here around how is it called, the picture, the profile thing from the character, but I put it here bigger ones, and they change also the color. As more as I get, they change the color. This is also a very nice thing. So definitely for every class there's like a very new nice hub or UI, however you want to call it, where you can change some things if it's necessary for you. Then stuff like PvP trinkets, here also very important cooldowns that you can see. For example, distract. Let me see. I changed the. For example, here distract. It's immune against distract. You see, that's usually here how now a timer running, how long it's distracted the target if it's not immune, and here's the cooldown directly running for distracting it again. It's just an example with distract. I would not say this is like, wow, you need it. It's the most important thing. But this is showing you what Weakaura can do. It can do a lot of things, and I can definitely recommend you to get Weakauras, put it there, because in the past, I mean, for me it's a long time ago, but I know some players maybe still do it. They were here looking on their things when it's the cooldown running, but you need them on the middle of the screen, because usually you should look on your character and on the boss. I would say that you usually fight. Why? Because you need to see if you stain something, you need to see where the boss is maybe facing, what is happening next. You need to see his health bar to see maybe if there's something running out. You need to see here the things, the cooldowns, if your slice and dice as a rogue, as your slice and dice is running out or something like this. So very important thing. You need to see that, and that's why it's necessary to. That's in the middle of the. It's in the middle of the screen, and not on the bottom, on the left, on the right. It should be. What I like most, maybe other people have it a little bit different, is a little bit under the feet of my character. As you can see, it's a little bit under the feet of my character, so I can see if I stay on something, but it's still very central, and it's exactly where I'm looking. I mean, I cannot. But if I look down on the screen here, if I look where this here is my mutilate, for example, if I would look there, makes no sense to look on Mutilate, but for example, if I look on Slice and Dice and I would try to look here for when it's running out, or here on the right top when the buff is running out, here, sorry, I showed it with my finger, but makes no sense. And the right top, if I would look here, then yeah, I would lose control over my character, and I would not see if I stand in a fissure or something like this. That just kills me. So Weakauras, super important if you want to improve your gameplay. But I guess most people already use it. Whim is just a chat add-on. If somebody is writing to me, let me see. If somebody's writing to me, then I get here. Yeah, you see something, a window like this is opening. I put it here because it's behind my camera. If somebody's writing me something, I can look it here up, and it's opening directly your window. It's for me just better. It's also saving chat, so it's for me just better because, you know, sometimes you are AFK or whatever, and some people writing you, and then if it would be coming here in the normal text or even in the LF thing, it's just getting crazy out of hand. Then the next thing, and I think that is already the last thing, the video is already longer enough. Deadly boss mods. I mean, what should I explain you about deadly boss mods? You need it if you're raiding. It gives you timers when it's something happening. It tells you things when it's something happening. It also tells you if you're staying in something that you should not stay. It makes sounds for alarming, whatever. It's so helpful in raid that you definitely need it. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Also, pull timer is here included in DBM as far as I know. I'm not sure if the standard has already a pull timer. So DBM, use it. I think in retail WoW there's another add-on, I forgot the name, that's doing kind of the same. And there's a little bit divided, but in Classic I think there's no reason to not use DBM. It's just the best what you can use for raiding to get their alarms and whatever. Bagnon. This is how my bags are looking. I don't know if you like it. For me, it's fine. You can also use here the different bags if you need it. You can also look in your bank. You have here a search thing. So it's just how I create my bag. It's not necessary to use this add-on, but for me, it's helping a little bit to save some time. Bag stuff. That's why I definitely recommend you this. And last but not least, DCS, DejaClassicStats. I think there are other add-ons now. That's a little bit old school, but this is here what you can see here. Yeah, it just show me my stats, like hit, for example, is important. Expertise is important. I mean, that's the important things as a rogue. But also show you how much durability you have completely, what you need to repair, your agility that you have, your armor maybe is important as a tank. If you go down, you have also ranged things, you have spell things, and you have defense things as a tank. But like I said, for me, hit and expertise are the important things. It's just here next to your character, and it also shows these things here, the enchants on the weapons and gear, and that's what makes it a nice add-on for me. Sorry guys, already longer than I thought. I will separate the add-ons by time frames, timestamps, so you have it more easy to find what you are interested in. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned. Good luck for the raids and see you. Bye bye.